Hey, it's Clay at ClayTrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Okay, just a minute. Maybe a short right here. Sorry, I was, all right. And we got to bounce. Watching this yellow line very closely. But anyways, I'm going to try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. So yes, on that note, this is very live. This is not a voiceover. This is not me coming back in after the fact. I'm recording this right now in the heat of battle. But yes, right there, it did bounce from there. So anyways, a couple things. I am trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, just let me know, or else check out a link down below in the description area. And there's a totally free 4-part series that I put together that walks through the futures market and how it all works. Okay, here we are again. For a long here, if it wants to come back up. See if we can bounce up line. But yeah, I'm trading futures. And out there for a quick little scalp. So if you blinked, you missed it, but that was a nice little profitable trade. So anyways, back to futures. This has been a complete clown show from a presentation standpoint. But again, this is live, and I guess I started this video at the very wrong time. But I'm trading futures, and like I said, I put together down in the description area if you want a totally free 4-part series that I'll walk you through that. And then second, I am trading futures through a prop firm. What is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which prop firm am I using? You can learn all about that at the link you see at the top of the screen. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is a way for you to have very little of your own money at risk, and then you have a whole lot of upside potential. So if that sounds like something that could be of value to you, then like I said, check out that link. And going back to futures, and just to answer your question, it also just shows, why they're great. Is they're basically open, not basically, they are open 6 days a week, 23 hours a day. So these majority of these gains, not what you just saw me to take a winning trade, but the majority of these gains here are from quote unquote last night, where I made some trades because there was some good movement. So that is a good thing about futures, is even if you're a busy person, odds are there's still going to be at some moment throughout the course of 23 hours in a day where you can potentially find some trades. So like I said, I am technically starting a bit green on the day. So that is where those are coming from. And I'm glad I got out where I did there because it ended up coming back down. But so there we go. So I apologize again for the very sloppy start, but again, this is live, so it is what it is. But I will pause the screen recording software for now, and I'll be back as soon as I find my next potential trade. Okay, I'm going to look for a buy down here at the VWAP. I'm in and out there. Very good. Another quick scalp. So if you notice, if you scroll back to the start of the video, you'll notice that number was quite a bit lower. And now it's increasing here as I just took another trade. Quick little bounce there, but that's the nice thing about futures. You don't need huge movements to make quality gains. Let's switch over here. I'm going to try to position build here. Comes down some more. There we go. And just starting small. Got some more there. Okay, nice little scalp. So now in this situation, that number just increased. So these are just different contracts that I'm trading. And futures, you don't trade shares like stocks. They're like options. You trade contracts. Okay, I got to stop talking here. And wow, what a move down. Wild move down. All right, I'll pause. All right, going to look for another opportunity here to try to build some size. There we go. First entry. And just starting small. Okay. So small little gain on that one. But I started small because I want, like I said, flexibility. This one thing wants to come down some more. I'll try the sequence over again. Just watching and trying to be patient and waiting. Okay, in there. Just starting small, and if it wants to come up, I'll take that gain. Okay, so it decided to just give me that gain instead. So I can start the sequence over again. If it wants to come back down, like I said, if it wants to give me a quick little gain, then I'll take it. But ideally, if it pulls back more, that'll allow me to build a bigger position on it. So just choosing to give myself flexibility at the forefront. All right, I will pause. Please tell me I hit record. I was recording, right? Okay, I was recording. There's been some instances where I thought I hit record and then I wasn't, and then I either, have been talking to myself for the past 5 minutes with no recording at all, but that's not the case here. All right, this candle is about to be done, and then I'll be interested in potentially trying these. For beginners, these are 2-minute candlesticks, meaning these will move around for 2 minutes, and then a new one will start to move around for 2 minutes. So there we go. Try a buy down there if it wants to come back down. Just starting small. Get down a little bit. There we go. So we'll try to get long at that area if it wants to come back down. All right, I will go ahead and pause and I'll keep you posted. Okay, maybe. And green line is my entry. All right, at this point, I think we might be getting a fake breakdown. Or just, so let's put my first order down there now. So yeah, looking for it to break down through those lows, and I'll be ready right down here. So we'll see what happens. I will pause. Okay, maybe. Okay, there is the break to new lows, but I thought I'm thinking it'll go lower than what it's done, but maybe that'll be as low as it goes before, but well, guess so. So again, that 2 minutes just passed by, so now another candle has formed. Let's try this. I'm going to try a short right here, try to capture some momentum down. So now I'm looking to get short here at that red line. Just is bouncing up, so never mind. All right, I'll pause. All right, I'm now thinking a short as it bounces back up. Tried right there, did not get filled. It was a little too slow. I do like it if it comes down there short at this point. In, short. Take that out for a nice little scalp. So I made a little bit more on that one. I will pause. Let's see if I can find something else. Okay, in order to get long at that green line right there. I'm sorry, yeah, green line, but I put it right there. We're getting close. All right, that's the move I wanted, so let's come down a little bit now. Here we go. And now my entry is a little bit lower than what it was. Price just needs to come down. Maybe it seems far away, but with the way futures can move, it could be down there relatively quickly. So let's see. Okay, coming down. That's the move I want on that one. So let's come down to here now. So I want to get filled in a very specific manner. And when these things keep coming down and then bouncing slightly off from where I wanted, and that just tells me my entry point wasn't quite right. So when you're starting small and wanting to build, you want to get a good first entry point. In hindsight, yeah, I suppose I should have just left that one right there. But again, that's always hindsight. Okay, making the move. Kind of, okay, on this, if this comes down here and pushes to lows again, I want to see it move smoothly down to that area. Yeah, there we go, kind of. All right, I'll pause. All right, I'm now interested in actually buying here that we've got more data. Well, wanted to get it around the orange line, so I'm just watching and waiting for that. Come on a little bit more. Come on. Come on. Okay, in there for my opening allotment. Okay, out there for another little scalp. I was going to say figures the time I go in, the time it goes down to that where I wanted. But to be fair, it would never have filled me anyways because it never quite hit that brown line there. Next entry point will be down here, though. So green line right there. That's the nice thing about this platform. You can just click and put your orders in. So there is my order right there, that easy. All right, I'll pause. Where are we at time-wise? How long has this video been? Oh, wow, we're already over 10 minutes. Okay, I'll try to just time it up where I'm only hitting record if I'm about to pretty sure get filled. All right, I'll pause. Okay, I think I'm going to get filled here, maybe. Got a chance at least. Oh, you dirt. Oh, holy smokes. Okay, I got filled. All right, let's just not panic. That's what I like. I'm glad I started off small there. Blue line is my average price. Let's see if we can get back up above that blue line. What a move that was. Almost seemed like, did Trump tweet something or what? At this point, I'll just be happy with that. Is it going to play this game where it gets so close to going above the blue line and then doesn't? Come on. Oh, brother. It did go above the blue line. Come on. We'll see if I can get this bounce. I know it snapped down, but it can snap up just as quick, so. And blue line is my average price. Can't believe that one up here. I was in the green. I was like, no, I want a little bit more. And now it's like this thing just doesn't want to bounce at all. Come on. Come on. Wow. Woo! So I just got to remain patient. And I got paid very nicely on that one. Now, I don't remember what that number was, but it's higher than what it was. So that is the benefit there of starting small. Sometimes when you start small, you'll be upset because you'll be correct immediately. It'll go right in your favor, and it's like, okay, well, and you saw that. I don't know, 3 or 4 trades. You're probably wondering, okay, what was the point of that? You made like, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks. With this was the point. You never know when a move like this might be around the corner. And because I started small, boy, it went against me quite a bit, but I was able to, because of the flexibility I gave myself, actually turn out a nice sized trade. So that is always give and take. Pros and cons, right? If you start small and give yourself flexibility, and if your first entry you get filled and then it goes immediately in your favor, you'll regret it. You're like, why did I do that? Why didn't I just go bigger size? But as we just witnessed here, you'll be very happy that you gave yourself flexibility, in when those sorts of moments happen. But there we go. So overall, a crazy trade, but it worked. Maybe that'll be the title, a crazy trade, because that was pretty crazy, especially there. That definitely caught me off guard. I mean, that was a boom down through there. So yeah, crazy trade. But yeah, I'm not going to complain. I'm happy with these results. Before I go, though, I want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering. So if you are a beginner trader or a struggling trader, I'm very confident that this class will help you out, give you some things to think about, give you some things to consider. Now, if you are a battle-hardened veteran with a rock-solid strategy, you are welcome to attend. I'm not quite sure you're going to get anything from it. My confidence level is lower in that category, but in the categories of beginner trader or struggling trader, I'm very confident that this will help you out in one way or another. So go to ClayTrader.com/live, or just go to the link in the description area to learn when the next live class is. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Take care. Have a good one.